I was the man then.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. Tonight, the Clippers will be going up against Dallas. Well, for the Mavericks,
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's an all-Western Conference matchup in today's game as the Clippers come into town for this one. Thanks for joining us as we get set to bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And giving us the rundown from the sideline, David Aldridge. Dallas playing for the home crowd again tonight. They had a lot of momentum right now, playing well and looking very good.
And when I look at Dallas, it's been a nice run they're on to start the season, especially when you compare it to the way it ended just a year ago.
Yeah, and there's an impressive buzz around this team right now. They're very capable of far more wins than they had a year ago.
And the Clippers starting five. Gallinari is out there with Jackson. Then there's Pirtle. Then there's Doncic. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the point. We are far enough into the season now to determine the true contenders, Clark, or do you feel that isn't revealed until closer to playoff time?
No, I think you start to narrow that list down right now, Kevin. I mean, you begin to see which teams are capable of making runs in the playoffs. And obviously anything can happen between now and the playoffs, but the teams that are going to be there battling, you get a pretty good read on who those teams are right now.
Inside. And there's George. That's good on the assist from Smart. George has got his first 2 points of the night.
At 6'10", George is really capable of dominating inside. I mean, defensively, you need to try to push him out of his comfort zone, get him out of that lane area.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 8 points his last outing. Markkanen pulls it in.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup. That's 3 straight shots to fall here to start. Looking good.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Gallinari against George. Fader on the way. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Gallinari's got his first basket.
And he'll take that. The nice, easy mid-range jumper. First bucket of the day.
The defense just gave him that one, and you talk about starting on a high note. Didn't seem to respect his mid-range J there.
Right side, no good.
Boy, incredible effort on defense, refusing to give him an uncontested layup. Nothing easy.
Jackson gets the bucket.
And, you know, we've seen what Rick Carlisle can do on the court. He's a former coach of the year in the league and led the Mavs to a championship back in 2011. But his off-the-court talents are also very impressive.
Here's Russell after the basket by Anaheim on the other end. Here's Whiteside. And, oh, boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And talking about Carlisle's outside interests, one I know of, he's an excellent pianist.
And you know what? He is. And he's played with a well-known musician or two in concert. Also an avid pilot. This guy is a Renaissance man.
Now, here is Gallinari. He's coming off a 13-point game against Miami. Six on the shot clock. Stolen by George. And now Russell pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Gallinari surveying the D. He kicks it to Doncic. Shot clock at 5. And it's Gallinari missing.
Boy, the defense had gone to sleep, so you got to knock that one down.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. In the corner, Smart with it. Misses the 3. Gallinari outside. Over in the corner, Doncic. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Gallinari. Nails the 16-footer. Gallinari's got his second bucket tonight. At the end of one, a closely contested. Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014.
My inspiration really came from my mother.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and has not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Well, already in the first period, they found ways to get this offense ramped up.
Yeah, nice beginning so far. This is how you play out of the gate.
Markkanen is out there with Paul George. And there's D'Angelo Russell. Then there's Whiteside. And it's Smart in at the two-guard spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Here's Pirtle, and the dunk by Pirtle.
Boy, Pirtle is a guy that plays with a lot of force. I mean, when he's near the basket, the defense better watch out for the dunk.
Now Russell. 9-point game his last outing. Here's Whiteside. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And the Clippers will come the other way. And this matchup with Dallas, it's their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, and they took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
Yeah, Greg, you're right. They're the better team. I mean, they expect to win this matchup. We'll see if they can take care of business tonight.
Floor spacing is such an important element of the game now, Clark, and I know you have a list of guys who you think can stretch it the most in the game now.
Yeah, you start with Steph Curry. I mean, clearly, his shot-making ability from anywhere in the building is unlike most any other in the league. Damian Lillard has similar type range. Jamal Crawford would come to mind, but Steph Curry's at the head of that list for me.
And it's Anaheim with the ball, following the score by Dallas. Here's Gallinari. Plays it up off the glass. Gallinari's got his third bucket of the night.
Nice to see how easy he takes over games. Makes it look elementary. I mean, that's why they feed him the rock so much.
Now, here is Russell. Not a lot of room. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Goes back up. And Jackson with the block. They recover it. And that one drops. And that's now 9 points for Hassan Whiteside.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Gallinari outside. 1:32 left here in the second. Jackson kicks to Pirtle. From deep, Gallinari. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Russell with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Right side, no good.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
And it's Anaheim with the ball, following the miss by Hassan Whiteside. That ties the game. Jackson's got 5.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Now, here is Russell. D right on him. In the corner, Smart with it. And George now top of the key. Fires from deep. Buries it from three-point range. 7 points in the game.
And George typically capitalizes well off any pick-and-roll situation because he makes quick decisions and his basketball IQ is pretty high.
Now, here is Gallinari. He's got 6. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, defended by George. Doncic, no good.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
You're exactly right. Patrolling the perimeter well and didn't allow the shooter to get off a clean look. That's what...
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points was the biggest it got. The second quarter was a tight battle, but they were the slightly better team. Not by very much, however. And Kenny, what are your thoughts on... And that'll do it.
The skyline of Dallas illuminating the night sky as we welcome you back to the Lone Star State. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Hassan Whiteside really making a difference here.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, I liked how they took the initiative. They were really locked into what they wanted, not letting the defense dictate their shot selection.
So on the floor for Anaheim, they've got Gallinari. Bertle is out there with Jackson. Then there's Doncic, and it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the 1 spot. The pass to Doncic. Bertle kicks to Gallinari. And the 3 off target. Mavericks leading by 5. Here's George. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
You know, one of the things Paul George, PG, has done is improve his ball handling, and as a result, defenders are nervous when he's handling the ball and getting up into a shot.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throws.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's guarded by Russell. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession. And we've got a chance now to get caught up on how the standings are looking in the West as we make the push through midseason. Take a look at the Mavericks. They're 8th in the conference and really looking to improve on the back end of the season. And, of course, Anaheim. They're much further down in the standings right now.
You know, right now, Dallas, it's been a nice run they're on to start the season, especially when you compare it to the way it ended just a year ago.
Yeah, and there's an impressive buzz around this team right now. They're very capable of far more wins than they had a year ago.
Some nice ball movement by Anaheim. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Russell feeling it out a bit. Smart on the wing. And here's Whiteside. He's got 11. Tries a 3. Anaheim grabs the miss. Bertle's got 4 rebounds in this game.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
And it's Gallinari missing.
I can't explain what happened there, Kevin. I mean, he had the layup. Looked like it was a simple play. Somehow the defense threw him off just enough to cause the miss.
In the corner, Smart with it. Back to Russell. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Russell's got the lead up to 7 now for the Mavs.
And slithering inside, D-Lo. That's Russell's length helping him convert against pressure.
Passes it to Doncic. Over Smart. Not enough on that one as it misses. Mavericks have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Here's George. Makes it off the glass. And it's a 9-point Maverick lead.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
This is to Gallinari. Off target from 3-point range.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. And that monster lead continues to grow. They are just piling it on now.
Yeah, it looks too easy for him. Almost looks too easy for him, I should say, Greg. I mean, their chemistry really, really at a high level.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Yeah, there's no reason why they should be scoring at will down there easily as they have. I mean, they've got to be more aggressive inside.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Just a super unselfish guy. Doncic is all for getting his guys going. Enjoys setting the table.
There's 37 seconds left in the third. Here's Whiteside. And Pirtle pulls it down.
Not a lot going his way. Everything he's shooting is just off the mark. I mean, somehow he's got to figure out a way to turn it around.
To the middle, stolen by George. Markkanen in the corner. The tray. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got 6 rebounds here tonight for 3. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Dallas with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room headed. Rick Carlisle had some words for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Hey, defense, great job. Talk.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Anaheim trails by 10. Whiteside is out there with Lowry, Markkanen. Then there's Smart. Then it's Paul George. And it's Russell in at the 1. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Whiteside, good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 6 assists now in the game.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Yeah, that was actually no defense at all there, Greg. I mean, layups don't come any easier than that. I mean, they're piling it on now.
Gallinari against George. To the paint, here's Whiteside, and it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Tell you what, George has gotten very good in the pick and roll, actually pretty deceptive when he's running the pick and roll. When you anticipate him pulling up for the shot, he'll take the defense by surprise with the slick pass to an open teammate.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's guarded by Russell. Shot clock at 6. Fade away. And the shot is long.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Pass to Gallinari. The position of power forward, Clark, that was your position. Did you ever think it would become a major weapon for stretching the floor as it is now?
No, I didn't see that evolution happening. I mean, again, at that time in the 80s, even into the 90s, you had the small forward and the power forward was more of an enforcer. I was actually kind of a hybrid at the time because I could deal inside effectively on the glass and because of my size and strength, but also could step out and put it on the floor and pass it a little bit. So, no, the evolution with the 4-man in this day and age, I did not foresee that at all. Love what's happened with it, but it speaks, I think, to the athleticism and skill of these bigger guys now.
It does. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And Doncic gets it to go.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Now, here is Russell. He's guarded closely. Inside. Here's Whiteside. Anaheim grabs the miss. Out to the right wing. Here's Doncic. And it's sent back by George. And that's out of bounds. Anaheim will retain possession. And the Clippers call time here. They're down by 10. 1:07 left in the fourth quarter. And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Paul George.
And the shooting percentage, how about all the way in the 60s, shows how deadly he can be when he's feeling it. And as locked in as he was, they were trying to feed him as much as possible. But he never got out of control. I mean, he kept his head and just stayed patient.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. And he put the challenge in front of his players. He said, now's the time when we take control. This is our time, not theirs. Let's go out there and take it to them. We'll see if we got him going, guys.
Smart, wide open, he fires. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Exactly. Cold-blooded. Separation solidified. Great effort.
Outside, George. Back to Smart. From 15 feet away, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And the Mavericks lead by 16.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Big time. I mean, it's amazing. Their crowd letting them hear it, and that's always inspiring. They want to see this thing get wrapped up.
So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.